Good morning, guys. I'm filming this on my phone because Alex is on a meeting in the office right now, and I have to get my SD card for my camera, but that's in the office as well, so I don't want to interrupt him. So I'm filming this intro on my phone. It's about 2 o'clock right now. We're in the shop. The printers are all up and going. We have a semi-heavy day, nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary either. It's just gonna be kind of just like printing to the last minute type of day, but that's just our usual now. Printer number 3's computer was doing something weird, like it wasn't allowing me to upload a file to it. I don't know what it like wouldn't read the hard drive, so I had to restart it. So it's actually restarting right now and updating. Hopefully that ends fast. It says it was only gonna take 3 minutes, but who knows. So I did clean it and got it all ready, so I'm gonna have to put more clogbuster or more capping solution in it so it doesn't sit there. Hopefully you guys can hear me and it's not too loud, but I don't want to. I think there's an SD card somewhere out here, I don't know. But until then, we're just gonna film on the phone, and I'm trying to like stay away from the printers because it's too loud. But I just wanted to get an intro clip. So that is where we're sitting right now. We do have a while till our cutoff time, so I'm just kind of keeping on top of the printers, making sure everything gets sent out, and also just like keeping on top of my admin work. I haven't, like yesterday I was telling you guys I wasn't feeling the best, so I really didn't do too much other than like getting my social media uploaded and all of that. So I need to nail down some stuff today and kind of get some good computer work done today. But we are going to see how that goes. Once I can get printer 3, I really hope printer 3 is going to go up soon. Of course, right when I put capping solution in it, it finishes. So I'm going to clean it again. Hopefully this fixes the issue. Here, I don't know if I can set you guys up there. I don't really film ever on my phone. That's a weird angle. Hopefully you guys can hear me too. I don't know if you can. I have my AirPods in, so. Hopefully that fixes the issue. I don't know what was going on. It just wasn't reading the hard drive. Okay, the hard drive's showing up. So that was weird. Hopefully that this fixes everything. I have to clean it now. Probably will. Okay, it's showing up. That was weird. Okay, hopefully this gets us back on track and we can use printer number 3 today, because I don't want to have to ask Alex to figure out why this printer is being complicated. All right, guys, snagged my SD card from the office while Alex was in between his meeting breaks. I have to actually grab some paper towels because I have to clean part of printer number 3. Printer number 3 is just being a little annoying today with needing to be restarted and all that. But we are making good progress with the printers. Everything looks great right now. Printer number 2 and printer number 1 have been running basically perfectly since we started them this morning. I think I was really nervous because, I mean, printer number 1 did have a little bit of a clog in the magenta, but it worked out rather quickly. It got itself worked out. And then printer number 2 had no issues whatsoever. I just had to clean it a couple times. I'm trying to find a perfect spot for you guys so I can cut these and talk at the same time. But everything turned out great, so it's knock on wood that everything stays going well. That's one order done. That one was actually a rush order that was placed this morning, so I wanted to make sure they got it on the printers first things first, because they paid for priority orders, which shouldn't have to pay for priority orders. The only reason I would say for someone to pay for a priority order is if they have like artwork adjustments that they need, and if they need artwork help or they need background removal, and then cause sometimes that takes a little bit. So if they need that kind of stuff and they pay for a priority order, that's usually why. Other than that, we usually ship out same day, so people don't usually have to unless it's like, but I did have to, that's why I did have to do some artwork adjustments on that person's. But that's okay. It's all good. Everything looks great. We are on track to have a good and productive Tuesday. These printers, man, I'm telling you, they just keep me running around. Because now it's like, oh, this file's almost done. Let me go get the hard drive for the next file. Oh, that file's almost done. Okay, let me make sure that this one's loaded up next. So it's just keeping mental tally on where all the printers are, basically. Guys, little time check-in. It's 3:49 right now. All 3 printers are still going, but we are getting to the end of some of them. We have about another 400 inches on printer number 1. Printer number 2 still has a 250 inch, but it's finishing up a 60, and then we get to go on there. Printer number 3, I think, is actually going to be wrapping up pretty soon on the orders that have to be shipped out today. So I'm going to get it working on the orders that are due to ship a little bit later. I think there's actually only one left that is a later turnaround time. So we'll just get that printed and on the shelf so it's ready to be packed. And then I think we're going to be, that'll be it for the day. It's right now, I think it was 3:50, so we're past our turnaround time, but plus customers still have about 30-40 minutes left so they can place their orders. And like I said, you have those 4:30, and also if you do like ready to ship designs, we do buy that for 4:30. So we're still a little bit away from actually saying like, oh, like this is all that has to be printed today. But I think it's safe to say that probably the majority of the work, everything looks pretty good right now. Not to toot my own horn, but I've been killing it the past maybe last week to this week. And I think it's just like keeping my composure when it gets crazy has really taught me that like I don't have to freak out if there's big orders being placed later in the day. So we're proud of us for the growth and learning to not stress about the stuff like that. So I have to finish getting the design up for, okay, perfect. So the hard drive for printer number 2 for the 250 inch sheet is all done. It's all done ripping, so I'm going to plug it in and that will be good to go. So about a 250 it takes, I want to say maybe if a 120 takes about a half hour, 250s probably about an hour. So that'll be done right around the time. If it doesn't go the whole way, so if there's any like 12 and a halves, those won't go the whole way across the sheet, so that saves time. But I do think that these are going to go all the way across. So I say probably about an hour it's going to take for this to print. And then printer number 1 has, I think, another 150, so that's going to take about a half hour. Printer number 3 is just basically going to be open for whatever we need it to be printed, but I'll probably get those extra ones up there to just get ahead of the curve. And then we'll probably start packaging pretty soon because also all these orders coming out, we're just going to have to start packaging them so that we're not rushing around. I have some orders back on the shelf back there that were wrapped up at the last minute that have the longer turnaround time, but I'm going to get them shipped out today. So that I'm gonna have to package all those, but I put them in on the shelf already with moisture packets, so that shouldn't. And some of them already have like the labels and the order sheets printed. So we're really well set right now to finish off the day pretty strong. Again, anything can happen. There can be a huge order at the end there, but if not, I think that we'll be sitting pretty well to leave when we drop off to FedEx or to UPS. I got my vlog uploaded and it's going live at 6 today, so I've kind of just been getting social media ready for that and clips that I'm going to upload when that goes live. I always like plan my days around like, oh, I'll do that time, but I swear these printers just keep me running around 24/7. It's like, gotta make sure this one is up, and then when one is done, it's like, oh, this one's done, and it always takes a lot shorter of a time than I think it does. So I kind of have calculated in my head, okay, a 60 inch, it's gonna take about 15 minutes, and then it'll be done in like 7 or 8 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was definitely shorter than I thought. So it's always like I gotta just lightly plan my day in my schedule because these will keep me busy the majority. Well, I just got all the packages for UPS good to go, so I told Alex he can run whenever he's ready. I'm gonna work on getting some We have a pretty big screen print order that is due. I'm going to do it tomorrow, I think. So I just want to make sure that I have all the full colors from that order printed already. That will help us like stay on track of that. And then just kind of some odds and ends around the shop while Alex runs. And then so I really don't have any packages that can like are gonna go today. Like we could leave right now, but I think with the order that we have to print tomorrow, the screen print that I want to print tomorrow and get shipped out, as well as there's one with some blanks, so we're probably gonna have to go to Aviva in the morning. And then I just want to be like prepared for all of this. So that's what's happening right now. It ended up being a pretty productive afternoon. I got all the orders out that I was hoping. Oh boy, let's see. Sometimes they're not sized correctly. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on that. Maybe see if Alex wants to get the transparencies printed for the screen print order. All loaded up. I'll show you guys the amount of UPS orders we have to go. There's quite a few today. I don't want to get too close for the addresses, but so all those are going to go UPS, and then FedEx is on the rack over there, or on the shelf above. Had to keep them divided. We have no one going USPS. A lot of our packages actually don't ever go USPS. It's only if it goes really to like a PO box, and then we're like, okay, well, we have to send that USPS, which sucks, but what you can do. All right, I'm gonna finish getting this uploaded, and then we will see where we end up for the day. All right, time is 6:23. Alex ran to UPS quite a bit ago. I'm going around, and printer number 1 I'm going to turn off because it's good for today. I do have to change the film on it tomorrow. I could change it right now, but I just don't feel like it. So I'm not setting myself up for success for tomorrow. I am just basically sitting here. I got some TikToks uploaded, so make sure you guys go check that out and see what I was posting there. I realized, because sometimes I've been trying to see like what content people like on TikTok most. It seems that they tend to like more of like, so the difference in like my shorts and my TikToks is like my shorts, I will post like clips of my YouTube videos, and then people will go watch those YouTube videos. And with my TikToks, they don't really have a video to link back to. So like even I uploaded one yesterday, and they were saying that like people were like, where's part 2? And I had to like respond and be like, it's on my like YouTube channel, you can go check it out there. So I think that that's a little confusing. So they seem to like more trendy type vibes on that front, and just like short, hey, this is like, I own a DTF business if you want to see day to day, like, you know what I mean? So kind of learning that. It's all just learning. All social media, kind of Instagram is the same thing when it comes to like that stuff, the reels. I think that it's a little better in terms of like posting my YouTube videos on there, like clips from them, because even if I post it there, they'll still like, it's easier for them to find. It's weird. TikTok is weird, and I'm still learning it, and I'm still learning it like 2 years later because it changes all the time. But so I spent some time with that. I also spent some time getting my YouTube video ready for the weekend. So you guys know that once a week I do a kind of like a learning video where I talk about whether it's like the process of DTF, or whether it's the difference between DTF and UV, or DTF and screen print, or I think the last one was the heat presses, that like my recommendations when it comes to heat presses. So I don't know what I was going to do this week. I kind of was just doing some research on it. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like more like maybe typical business, if you would like apparel, if you would like transfers, if you like what kind of content you guys want to see. I love hearing it, and also I like want to like answer any questions you guys might have. I thought about doing one because I did have some people ask about my heat press and what heat press we use. So the heat press we use is actually right here. It's a heat press, one of theirs. So I've done a wide variety heat press. We bought one. Our first one was on Amazon. It was one of the 5-in-1s. Oh, sorry. I gotta sit you guys up. It was the 5-in-1, so it came with the heat press. Or it came with the heat press, the hat press, the mug press. I think that was it. There was 5 attachments clearly because it was 5-in-1. Yeah, it was one of those. We liked that one a lot. It just didn't really work in terms of like heavy duty. So we switched to the Aviva one because the Aviva one is also an auto open. So the 5-in-1, if you guys want to see all the in-depth about my heat press, I did the whole video on it last week. But basically ours is like an auto open and it has the pull-out drawer. And that was something that we found was like a priority for us, especially like the auto open when you're doing a bunch of shirts and a bunch of apparel. But the 5-in-1, when we were just doing like low quantity orders, worked great. And it also allowed us to do a bunch of different heat press or a bunch of different attachments. So we had that one. We had a couple different of those, got them all on Amazon. And then once we started doing like transfers more and like heavy press, we decided to kind of upgrade to a more heavy duty one, which is where we got that one. But all the other heat presses are somewhere in our storage. We do pull them out from time to time because if it's a super heavy like pressing apparel day, like sometimes we do get big orders, especially like working with schools. We'll get big orders for t-shirts or apparel or hats or whatever, and we have to press. And when that happens, Alex and I will typically both, I'm trying to get away from that printer, it's kind of loud. Alex and I will typically both hop on there, and it's kind of like we flip coins to see who has to take the bad heat press and who gets to take the one. But the one we're having now, it might be time almost to upgrade now because we've pressed with it so much that I think it's just getting to the point where it's at its wit's end. The core is becoming a little loose, so sometimes it will like make this weird beeping noise. I'll try to find a clip of it, but it'll just like go crazy and we have to kind of adjust it. We've had it for years. It's served us very well. So it might just be time to upgrade. But again, if you guys want to see all the in-depth about my heat press and me talking about it, I just did that video. That was a long turnaround or a long way around telling about I'm planning my next video. But I don't know if I'm gonna I thought about doing more like apparel focused and maybe doing like the best t-shirts that I find for our, like what we recommend our customers. But that's what I've been doing, working on it today and answering some emails, of course, and all of that fun jazz. I did have to get some UV orders prepared and shipped out, so I did that. Those went with UPS. I was looking kind of yesterday at all of our inventory to kind of just start taking track of anything. I think it almost might be time to get some more stuff, guys. We are going through this a lot faster than I thought we would. So if you guys remember when I unloaded all of those boxes, it was like all of this up here was full, this was full, which it still is, this was all full, and then this was all full, and we are going through that like crazy. So it might be time to looking at stacking up on inventory. You guys can purchase, or you guys can get free shipping labels from, we get ours from UPS because we have an account with them, but you can get them from like USPS and all that. So make sure you're not paying for labels. Trust me, at the beginning of my business, we were paying for them on Amazon. And now that we go through so much, I'm like, I'm really glad we don't do that. I say all that to say, we had to stock up on our labels today. So when we ship orders, they typically get like, I don't want to show the address or anything, like a packing slip. And sometimes when the orders print or they print double, we just save them because that's what we use to attach the film. Little side note, I'm just taking you through as I'm shutting down. It's like the closing shift. So I have to finish attaching the rest of these UV transfers to the little pamphlets that we use. I've shown you guys plenty of times. But basically when we ship out an AMS package, they get a free little sample of UV, a free squeegee, and just like something that says like a referral, as well as like a cool pen. So, but we did all of them, and then we needed to add the UV because I went through here. This is what they look like. but I went through here to pick some up and there was none in there, so I'm going to spend some time doing that so that we can just grab and go. But that's what I'm going to do right now. Last one. This is something that's been on my to-do list for ever. I'll put you up there while I put these all back in the box. This is been something that's been on my to-do list forever. So, well, since we brought them back, I've been meaning to do that. And it's good that we have some extra time because it's been under the desk, and so when I'm packaging, I just want to go grab those, but that's not available because there isn't a UV transfer in there. So, which one do you guys like better? The black or the blue squeegee? I actually put our logo on the black squeegee. I don't know where that one is. I think it's at home, but I put it on there because I thought it would look cool and we could put branding like that, but I think that would just take way too much time that we don't have a lot of this right now. I like all the pens, all the different color pens. Hopefully everyone is loving their free AMS pen. Let me look at the other box. See, because it was right down here before, and I would go grab it and there was no transfer attached to it, so, but this box has them as well. I should actually put them all in here. I feel like that would probably be a better. If you guys have gotten an AMS pen, let me know what color you got, because we did do a, I'm going to put them all in there. This might be stupid to just unload them all back, but oh well. It's easier just to grab them this way. There we go. Seeing all these colors. Alright, perfect. See, now we have a full box of little things that people get sent to them. Perfect. I've been meaning to do that. It's literally just one of those things that has been on my to-do list for like 3 weeks. So this is your sign. If you have one of those, I'm sorry. If you have something that you're waiting to do, just go do it because it'll make your life easier. Printer number 3 sounds like it might be done. I think it's too soon. Yeah, no, I think it just needs powder. So I'm gonna go put powder in it and I'll be right back. All right, guys, time is 7:12. So we are hitting that time where we're gonna have to take off for FedEx. This file's almost done, so I'm gonna try to at least work it all the way through. See if we can get the prints to the save, but if not, I can always print the 160 again, or the 60. It's the 60 inch that I'm still waiting on, so that's not a big deal. But I'm probably going to end the vlog here. I got everything shut down back there. Really just have to shut down printer number 3, and then we're going to head out of here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what tomorrow holds. Right now we have probably a screen print order, and then we have to go to a Vivo probably to get some blanks for an order. But other than that, I don't know in the DTF world because everything else is printed. So hopefully we can stay on top of it this week. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching.